Hello, scholars. Welcome to Unit 6. This is going to be our astronomy unit. We've moved out of the realm of classic physics. We're going to chemistry, and our little bridge unit here is astronomy, because astronomy uses both physics and chemistry. And guess what? This is where we do our joint Latin project, because astronomy is the oldest of the sciences. People have been studying celestial objects like the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, comets, meteors, shooting stars for centuries and centuries and centuries. Think back to ancient times, all right? You're 12 years old, 11 years old like you are now, 13 years old. What are you doing? Guess what? It's your job to stay up at night and guard the flock or guard the camp. There's no TV. There's no internet. What do you get to do? You get to watch the flock and watch the stars. There's no light pollution from the city. So all the stars show up in all their glory, and they move very slowly over time. And that's your show at night. You get to know them very well because the movements of the things in the sky tell you when to plant and when to harvest and when the herds are going to move that you're tracking for food. So, astronomy is hugely important. It allows us to keep track of time. Okay? Time is really the passage of movement of things, like the sun, like the moon, like the stars in the sky. So, what do I mean? Very simply, one of the most fundamental things that we have in our understanding of the world is day and night. Where do we get day and night? It's the time for the sun to rise, set, and then rise again. Those 24 hours, that's a day. People have been keeping track of days for thousands of years. Another thing, a month. How do we get this idea of a month? Well, it takes the moon 28 days to go from full moon and then disappear and then come back to full moon. It happens every 28 days. It's called the lunar cycle. And our months are roughly 28 days each. Now, modern calendar, a little bit longer than 28 days. Most are 30 or 31. February is still 28. But that's adjustments as we've gotten to know astronomy better and better and better. The length of our year, 365 days. Where the heck does that number come from? Well, it's the length of time it takes for the Earth to go around the sun, for it to revolve around the sun. So we call that the revolution of the Earth. The day is caused by the spinning of the Earth on its axis. It takes it to just turn and spin one time. The year is caused by, here's my sun, I'm revolving in an orbit and going around the sun. The length of time it takes me to go from one place in the orbit all the way around the sun back to that place in orbit, that's a year. Okay? Here's kind of a diagram blown up a little bit for you. So a day is caused by the spinning of the Earth on its axis. It's called rotation, like I rotate a basketball on my finger. Okay? Revolution is for the time it takes to revolve or travel around the sun. We'll go over this in class. Okay? Make sure you do your reading on the constellations. Fill out your worksheet, and we'll talk in class.